Hey everyone, what this video is going to talk about is actually team hybrid, the concept of team hybrid, how myself and co-founder Eric Ledesma, how we created team hybrid. So my personal real estate experience is I started buying houses in 2004 and I bought in my local area and then I expanded out to Detroit and then I became a realtor in Denver. And then I had to balance being an investor and a realtor. And my investments continued to grow. My own personal production as a realtor continued to grow. Then I got on the speaking TV show network and, traveled all over US and Canada. And year to date, I've invested in 20 markets. So what happened is in that time, I was going against the grain. So what I mean by that is, as a realtor, you join your atypical team or atypical brokerage and they tell you, well, you start out as a buyer's agent, especially if you join a team, right? You start out as a buyer's agent. It's the least passive resistance. It's, you can buy cold leads from, whether it's Facebook, pay-per-click, Zillow, wherever you decide to do lead generation, or if your sphere of influence is big enough, it's easier to take people out, show them homes, negotiate, get them under contract, etc. And I shouldn't say easier, but it's a lower barrier of entry compared to competing to be the listing agent per se. So what happened is the whole thing of hybrid got created because, in my first month, I actually went under contract on 4 deals as a realtor. Now keep in mind, I had some real estate experience, obviously, as an investor. But I also then had a sphere of influence client that wanted to sell their house, and I was told, no, I couldn't be their listing agent because listings are more legal. Well, now that I know what I know, that's not true, right? It's because the rainmaker wants to be the listing agent, and if you're new, you're going to pay your dues and you're going to be a buyer's agent. So the whole time I was like, well, what does that mean? Like, real estate is real estate. Legality is legality. Contract law is contract law. Ethics, fiduciary duty. Like, what does that mean? It's more legal. Like, there's still a seller, there's still a buyer, there's still a house, there's still a lender, and there's still a period of due diligence and settlement and title and things of that nature that come together to put this transaction together. So it's like, that doesn't make sense that it's more legal. Well, what I realized is I was being put in a box because that's what the industry wants. The industry wants you to be in a box, right? And there's certain brokerages, there's certain models out there that it's just like, nope, you gotta follow the plan, you gotta be in the box. Well, when we created Team Hybrid, we were completely opposite. Is that we don't want to put you in a box. We want you to get the skills to increase your real estate IQ as high as humanly possible so that you can do buyers and listings and commercial leases, commercial sales, commercial acquisitions, luxury, investments, that's rentals, that's fix and flips, wholesale, whatever the case may be, the whole gamut in this real estate genre, in this real estate world is powerful if you just know how to run the numbers, if you know how to evaluate the deal. Because what you'll find out is that, again, every real estate transaction has an asset, has a buyer, has a seller, has a period of due diligence, and it has a period of settlement. So the only thing that really, really changes is how you evaluate, how the numbers work, how that looks. And is this a little bit emotional or is this very just financially driven, right? That's the investment side versus maybe a home buyer buying because they like a certain school or whatever the case may be. So the thing is, with Team Hybrid is we embrace that we want our agents to do residential, commercial, luxury, and investment real estate. And that's what we teach. That's what we train on. And really, when you're starting out, sometimes your first client dictates which route you want to go. So what happens if your first client wants to buy vacant land? You can tell them no? No, absolutely not. Because in our training, in our model, in our world, we've done it tons of times. And we have good lenders for vacant land. And what are they going to do with vacant land? Is it improved? Is it unimproved? Are they going to build? What's their time frame to build? Right? There's so many different things. What if your first client wants to lease an auto mechanic garage or auto body place? Like, understanding how that works, right? It's not that difficult. It's just somebody has to take the time to teach you it. So what we have done, what myself and Eric have done, is we have created Team Hybrid. And again, the whole thing is you're not in a box and you're smart enough to learn anything. And if you believe that you're not smart enough to do commercial real estate because all you've been doing is residential, well, that's now a mindset thing, right? And as you guys know, like, I'm a performance coach and I do a lot of speaking about the undefeated mind. And that just means that you're not giving yourself enough credit, because anything can be learned. And real estate is real estate when you really break it down to the basics. So what is Team Hybrid? Team Hybrid is different. And the best example I give you is the world of mixed martial arts. So when I fought in the ring, you were what I call, you were a stand-up fighter, or people did judo. There wasn't really a lot of jiu-jitsu in that time, so it was like, you did judo, or you boxed, or you kickboxed, or you did sport karate. And a lot of times those worlds never blended, right? Because people didn't think they could blend. And then all of a sudden the world of mixed martial arts come out, MMA comes out, and now these guys are doing 5-minute rounds, and they can box, and they can kickbox, and they can do Muay Thai, they can wrestle, they can do jiu-jitsu, they can, right? All of a sudden this skill set that was like, oh no, athletes can't do that. Well, yes, they can. They absolutely can. CrossFit is another thing, right, that has come out and changed the genre within the fitness industry, that, you know what, no, you can be explosive, you can be strong, you can be fit, you can run a 100-mile race, you can do this, you can do this. It's the mindset of you can do. So Team Hybrid has just basically, in that sense, we're here to change the industry, to change this. Let's get people out of the box and say you can do this in real estate. You absolutely can. It just takes the right guidance, the right mentorship. So if Team Hybrid is appealing to you, if my message right now is appealing to you, then we want to sit down and talk to you about what Team Hybrid looks like and what our model really, really, really means. But that's a quick video on the overall concept of Team Hybrid. Thank you.